Hi there, welcome to my channel. Today's class is an intermediate power vinyasa flow, so we're going to be moving at a little bit faster pace. If this is your first yoga class, please check out my beginner yoga playlist. This is geared more towards someone who has some yoga experience, since I won't be giving as many detailed cues. I will be still giving some cues, but since it moves at a faster pace, if this is your first time, you can join. Just be mindful of your body, or if you'd like to find a beginner class, go ahead and find a beginner class. We are all going to meet in a cross-legged seat. You will need 2 blocks for this class, so if you don't have those out right now, why don't you pause the video and grab the blocks and then meet me back in this cross-legged seat. Go ahead and close your eyes, lengthen your waist up and out of your hips, drop your shoulders down and back into their sockets, and bring your palms to rest on your thighs with your, or the backs of your hands to rest on your thighs with your palms facing up towards the ceiling. Let's take a nice deep inhale in through the nose, bringing in enough breath to expand the front ribs, the back ribs, and the side ribs. And with an open mouth, empty out completely. And again, deeper, fuller inhale, drawing in even more breath than you did that first round. And a louder, longer, more controlled, powerful, open mouth exhale, empty out completely. Let's take one more round of this cleansing breath, deepest inhale yet of the day, holding that breath at the top for a moment. And then the loudest, longest open mouth exhale of the day so far, empty out. Go ahead and blink your eyes open and seal your lips closed, and we're going to continue to take those filling, steady inhales and those controlled, powerful exhales, but with lips sealed. And continue to make that ha sound with your exhale with your lips sealed. Go ahead and bring your left hand just outside of your left hip. Take a bend in that left elbow, keep your buns flat on the mat, and reach your right arm up and over to the right. Draw the right thumb, or up and over to the left rather. Draw your right thumb back, chest spirals up towards the ceiling, and then we'll switch it out. Right hand to the mat, to the outside of the right hip. Bend the elbows, snuggle the shoulders down and back into their sockets, and reach the left fingertips up and over. Come back through center, bring your hands up, and on an exhale, we're going to twist to the right, bringing the left hand to the outside of the right knee, again thinking about lengthening up and out of the hips. Inhale back through center, and exhale, right hand to the outside of the left knee. Open up your chest as you snuggle your shoulders down and back into their sockets. Gaze towards the left. And then inhale back to center. We're going to come down onto our backs for a little bit of core and glute activation. So your legs can be straight or bent. Use your core to slowly lower you all the way down to the mat. Bring your elbows out like a cactus, knees bent, soles of the feet flat on the mat, inner feet, inner knees, inner thighs together. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, knees twist over to the left. Inhale, keep the legs hugging in together. And exhale, knees twist over towards the right. Inhale back to center. You can keep your feet flat on the mat, or if you'd like to make it a little bit more difficult, you're going to lift your feet away from the mat so that your obliques are working a little bit more. As you bring the knees over to the left, and then over to the right, and we're going to do that one more time. Inhaling with control as you come through center. Exhaling, keeping the shoulders flat on the mat as the knees come over to the left. Inhale to center, and then exhale to the right. Inhale the knees back into center, and just hug your knees for a minute and rock side to side. Neutralize your spine. Bring the soles of your feet back to the mat. Knees are bent. Reach your fingertips overhead. So, oops, my blocks were in the way there. Arms overhead, take an inhale breath, and then exhale, press into all 4 corners of your feet and come up into a bridge pose. Inhale, slowly lower, one vertebrae at a time, starting at your shoulders, working to your tailbone. And then exhale, crunch, head, neck, and shoulders off the mat, reaching the fingertips towards the toes. Inhale, fingertips overhead. Exhale, bridge pose. Hug your glutes, press all four corners of your feet into the mat. Inhale, slowly lower. And exhale, lift and crunch. We're going to do that 3 more times. Inhale, fingertips reach overhead. Exhale, bridge pose. Keep hugging the knees and inner thighs in towards one another. Inhale, lower with control. Exhale, crunch, head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. 2 more. Inhale, fingertips reach. Exhale, bridge. Inhale, lower. And exhale, crunch. We're going to do 1 more. Inhale, fingertips reach overhead, low back comes to the mat. Exhale, bridge pose. Inhale, lower. Exhale, crunch. This time we're going to hold and we're going to press our palms down. It's sort of like a Pilates 100. Continuing to pull the belly button back, in and up. Shoulders down away from the ears, ears lengthening away from the shoulders, and we're going to hold for 5, just 4 more, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, hug your knees into your chest, cross your ankles, rock and roll the length of your spine 3 times, stopping at your shoulders, and then we're going to come up into a tabletop. I'm going to turn this direction so that I can better demonstrate for you. All 10 fingers spread nice and wide, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Tuck around and curl. Inhale, cow, opening up the front of your chest as your shoulder blades draw down and back towards your hips. And exhale, cat, tuck around and curl. Come back to neutral. We're going to come into a bird dog. So go ahead and extend your right leg. Left arm, press through the right heel, flex the toes back towards the knee. Exhale, tuck, round, and curl. Spinal balance as your right knee and left elbow come in towards one another. Inhale, lengthen like you're moving through mud. And exhale, tuck, round, and curl. We're going to do that 3 more times. Inhale, lengthen, left thumb faces up, press through the right heel. Exhale, tuck, round, and curl. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck, round, and curl. Inhale, lengthen. Keep the right leg extended, bring the left palm down. Pivot on the left knee. Right foot comes down to the mat, and inhale, open up, modified side plank. Now, if you're super advanced and you want to take this into a full side plank, you can step that left foot back underneath the right. Otherwise, we're going to hold here, opening up the right side body as we press through the pinky edge of the right foot and reach the right fingertips overhead. Exhale, come back down into that tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, lengthen the right arm and the left leg. And exhale, tuck around and curl, drawing the elbow towards the knee, knee towards the elbow. Exhale, draw it in a little bit closer. Inhale, move through mud. Activate the back of that left leg. 3 more. Exhale, tuck, round, and curl. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck around and curl. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, right palm comes to the mat. Pivot on the right knee. Drop the left foot down. Right palm underneath the right shoulder. Side plank modified on the left. Hug your tailbone under. Press the fronts of your hips forward and open up all along the left side body. Again, if you're advanced and you want to take this into a full side plank, you can step that right foot back underneath the left. 1 more inhale. Exhale, palm back to the mat, knees under hips. Walk your palms out about palms distance from where they were. All 10 fingers spread nice and wide. Tuck your toes, draw your hips back towards your heels. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna take 3 breaths here. You can pedal out your feet. Draw your triceps back towards your toes, biceps spiraling forward. Head hangs heavy, bicep, ears in line with the biceps. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step your feet behind your hands, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen, fingertips on the mat, the shin or the thighs. Exhale, forward fold, and inhale, rise, Tadasana, mountain pose. Strong in the legs, lifting everything up away from the mat, maybe the palms touch. And exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step the left foot back. Left knee meets the mat. Inhale, rise, Anjaneyasana, Crescent Lunge. Lifting up and out of your hips, not dumping down into that left knee. On an exhale, we're gonna come into a gentle twist. Left palm underneath left shoulder, right fingertips reach towards the sky. Right fingertips come down, tuck the back toes, step the right foot back to meet the left, coming into our first high plank. Press the ground away, spread your shoulders away from one another, shoulder blades. Tuck your buns under, press through your heels. Inhale, use your toes to shift forward. Exhale, slowly with control, lower all the way down, chest and hips onto the mat at the same time. Inhale, Cobra pose, hug those elbows in towards one another as you gaze forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step the left foot to the left thumb, lower the right knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, Crescent Lunge. Exhale, simple twist, right palm to the mat, left fingertips lift. Waist lengthening out of the hips. Exhale, left palm to the outside of the left toes, tuck the right toes. Forward fold on your exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. And exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Right foot steps back on the exhale, knee to the mat. Inhale, Crescent Lunge, Anjaneyasana. Twist this time. Exhale, palms to heart center. Lengthen your waist out of your hips. Draw that right elbow to the left knee, thumbs to the heart space, gaze back over the left shoulder. Inhale, back to Anjaneyasana, Crescent Lunge. Exhale, palms to the mat. Lift the back knee. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, slowly lower down to your belly. Inhale, Cobra pose. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts this time. Exhale, right foot behind the right thumb. Left knee lowers. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, Crescent Lunge. Exhale, revolved lunge. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Gaze towards the right or back over that right shoulder. Crown of the head lengthening forward, tailbone lengthening back. And exhale, palms to the mat. Tuck the back left toes, lift the knee, and inhale, step the left foot forward to meet the right. Exhale, forward fold. Moving on to our Sun B. Inhale, halfway lift. You are going to want those blocks close by. Exhale, fold, and inhale, rise, one-legged Tadasana, left knee bent. So you want that left knee at a 90-degree angle, knee in line with the hip, activating all of the muscles in the right leg, tucking the tailbone under, and then exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, palms on the blocks. Extend the left leg straight back out of the left hip, coming into a modified warrior 3 or one-legged halfway lift here. activating the back of that left leg, squeezing the left glute and flexing those left toes back towards the knee. On an inhale, we're gonna come into warrior one. Step the left foot back, left heel, right heel in alignment, 90-degree bend in that front right knee, hips and shoulders square to the front of the mat. And on an exhale, we're gonna open up to warrior two. Heel to arch alignment, press through the pinky edge of each foot. That opens up the front knee, shoulders over hips. Extend the arms, gaze lightly out over those right fingertips. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Peel that right knee open by gently pressing the right elbow into the knee. Chest spirals up towards the ceiling. Inhale, back to warrior two. And then on our exhale, we're gonna come into a low lunge with a simple twist, just like we did in our Sun A, but this time the back leg is lifted. So tug the right hip back, lift the back of the left leg, and then bring the palm down to the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left, and you can flow into chaturanga this time or lower all the way down to the mat. And then inhale either to cobra or upward facing dog, and exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step your feet to the top of the mat, forward fold. And inhale, rise, one-legged Tadasana. This time, the right knee bends. Take an inhale, draw your tailbone down. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot comes to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the palms on the block, extend the right leg straight back out of the right hip. So we want to square the fronts of the hips down. Imagine lifting through the inseam of that right leg. Take an exhale, and on your inhale, warrior one. Step the right foot back, heel to heel alignment, hips and shoulders square to the front of the mat. And exhale, open it up to warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, windmill the palms, peel it open, simple twist. Right palm underneath right shoulder, left fingertips reach towards the ceiling. Exhale, left palm to the mat, step the left foot back, chaturanga, or directly to downward facing dog. We're gonna flow that one more time, adding on this time. Inhale, gaze forward, and exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, rise, one-legged Tadasana. That left leg, ooh, a little shaky there. Left leg lifts, hug the outer glutes in, draw the tailbone down, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, one-legged halfway lift, extend the left leg straight back out of the left hip. Inhale, exhale, Shiva squat. Press through that back heel and come up into your warrior one. On an exhale, we're going to interlace the hands behind the back, lift the chest. Inhale, and exhale, humble warrior. We're going to work that right shoulder to the inside of the right knee, and then we're going to square the shoulders and the hips down to the mat. If you need to walk that right foot out to the right a little bit more, you can walk it out to the right and then let your head, crown of your head, hang down towards the mat. Use your core to come back up to warrior one. Maybe the palms touch overhead, and then exhale, open it up to warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. If you want a little extra challenge, you can bring that right hand up by the right ear, Keep the chest spiraling up towards the ceiling. Inhale back to warrior two. Exhale, lizard. Windmill the palms to the inside of the right foot. Walk the right foot to the outside of the mat, or the right side of the mat rather. Untuck those left toes. And you can stay here in this lizard pose, hugging the inner right knee to the inner right shoulder, or you can come down to your forearms to the blocks, or if you'd like a little bit of a quad opener, we're going to plant the left palm on the mat like we did in our simple twist. Extend the right arm out with the thumb up, and then reach the right hand back as you come into a corkscrew, drawing that left heel in towards the left glute, and maybe you pivot onto the pinky edge of the right foot as you spiral your chest up towards the ceiling. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Feel that nice opening in the fronts of the hips. And then gently release. Plant the right palm. Step the left foot back to meet the right. On your tippy toes, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Pin the elbows into the side, 90-degree bend. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do that one more time on the left side. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Arrive at the top of the mat by hopping, stepping, or any means that feels appropriate to you. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Hug your buns under as you come up and extend that right leg 90 degrees. Take a deep breath in and find some balance. Maybe the palms touch overhead. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Right leg extends back behind you. Exhale, Shiva squat. Press into that left heel. Inhale, re-extend the right leg back. Exhale, warrior one. Step the right foot back. Heel to heel alignment. Inhale as you guide the hips and shoulders forward. Interlace the hands behind the back. Continue to draw the tailbone down as the chest lifts up towards the ceiling. Gaze up towards the ceiling. And then use your core as you exhale. Hinge at your hips. Work the left shoulder into the inside of the left knee. And again, if you need to move that left foot out towards the left edge of the mat, move it out. It's more important that your shoulders and the fronts of your hips stay squared to the mat. Then reach your palms up towards the ceiling and begin to pull them towards the front of your mat as the crown of your head draws down towards the mat. Chin comes in towards the chest. On an inhale, use your core. Come back up to warrior one. Maybe the palms touch again. And exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Maybe you float those right fingertips over that right leg, really engaging this right side body. And then exhale, extended side angle. And maybe you engage your core a little bit more by bringing this left hand out in front. The bicep is in line with the ear, and the right fingertips are reaching up. Steady your breath. This is challenging. I am shaking and quaking. Inhale, back to warrior two, and exhale, lizard. Windmill the palms to the inside of the left foot. Walk the left foot towards the top left corner of the mat. Untuck the back right toes, and you can stay up on your palms, or if you can keep your shoulders squared and your chest lengthening forward, you can come down onto your forearms. Or if you took the quadricep stretch on the other side, plant your right palm underneath your right shoulder. Extend your left arm out like you're going to shake someone's hand, and then follow that left thumb up and back. And as you kick your right heel in towards your glute, the left hand rather, is going to reach for the pinky edge of that right foot. So deep, deep opening in the front of the right hip here. Snuggle the shoulders down and back into their sockets and spiral your chest up towards the ceiling. And then check in with your breath. Is it short and choppy and all over the place? See if you can close your eyes. Deep inhale through your nose. Deep exhale through your nose. And then gently release the foot. Bring the left hand back to the mat. Tuck your right toes. Step your left foot back to meet your right. And we're going to flow through our final vinyasa of claps, hovering that chest. Inhale to your upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward, and exhale, slowly lower all the way down to your belly. We're going to come into a Cobra Variation where we're going to stretch our shoulders. So make little spider fingers, palms and fingers in line with the shoulders. Give a little press into the fingers. Drop your shoulders down and back into their sockets. Gaze forward as you press the tops of your feet into the mat. And on an exhale, we're going to dip our right shoulder, right ear towards the mat. Inhale back through center. And then exhale, switch it out. Dip the left shoulder. Inhale back through center. Exhale, lower. And now we're going to come into Locust. Interlace your hands behind your back. Draw your knuckles back towards your heels. Lengthen your chest forward, your tailbone back. Inhale. Exhale, pull your belly button back towards your spine. Engage your core. And then inhale, lift shoulders, chest, and toes away from the mat. You can hug those inner thighs in towards one another. Squeeze your glutes. And then slowly lower down to the mat. We're going to do a forearm massage here. So you're going to bring your palms down to the mat, and you're going to bring your hips onto your forearms. Bring your chin to the mat. Take an inhale, and then lift your right foot away from the mat and feel the right hip point sort of dig or massage into that right forearm. You can move the foot side to side for a myofascial release here. And then lower the right foot, and then inhale, lift the left. Same thing, you're going to feel some definite sensation in that forearm. Keep the glute engaged, keep the heel pressing back, and then lower. And then work your pinky fingers in to touch. Take an inhale, exhale, and then as you inhale, lift both feet, compressing the fronts of the forearms. And then bring the feet back down to the mat. Bring your arms out to the side and just gently turn them side to side as you bring the blood back into your arms. And then we're going to come up and we're going to come down onto our backs. So slowly roll down onto your back. You can take any final postures here, maybe a dead bug pose. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Reach for the pinky edges of your feet. Press your feet into your hands, hands into your feet. Maybe you rock side to side. Draw your knees into your chest. Gentle twist to the left as you gaze to the right. And then back through center. And a gentle twist to the right as you gaze to the left. And then come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest as you wrap opposite palm to opposite elbow. Take the deepest inhale you have taken today. And the loudest, longest open mouth exhale as you surrender, truly surrender into Shavasana, allowing yourself to take up space, to be heavy on the mat. And I want you to stay here as long as you can. This is where we are going to part ways, and I want to thank you for practicing with me today. And until the next time we see each other, stay safe, keep moving, and find those things that you enjoy doing.